So in this video, I'm basically going to be giving my top 5 pieces of advice with regards to canvassing, and it's not just like, it's not a script. I'm not going to be telling you what to do or say. It's more general guidelines that you can apply to any sort of style of canvassing, whether it's window cleaning or anything really. So yeah, I'm going to take you on my get the job day. It's my first day using my Skyvac, so you just saw me pull it out there. I'm actually going to test it on my house first, just to make sure I know how to fucking use it before I go take it into the customer's house. So your first priority, and I've written these down because I'll end up rambling otherwise, right? But your first priority should be don't pitch. So just be as natural as you can. Don't be showing up with like a sales pitch or a script or anything like that. Just knock the door and be like, look, my name's Jamie, just knock to see if you're looking for a window cleaner. That's it. Just be yourself, ask the question and let the conversation flow naturally from there. They're going to ask you questions, they're going to say yes, they're going to say no. If they're interested, they'll ask you a couple of questions, you answer them, and it's as simple as that. You don't need to complicate it. Number 2, give the customer adequate personal space. At the end of the day, it's not really normal to be knocking doors anymore. People just don't do it unless it's some sort of salesman, Jehovah's Witness, something like that. People tend to ring each other and make fucking appointments to speak to each other even though they're friends. Do you know what I mean? Like the minute someone knocks your door, now think about it, you're on guard, aren't you? You're thinking like, who the fuck's knocking my door? So that customer's on guard. The minute their door's knocked, they think, who the fuck is knocking my door? And if you are up in their face, like, you know, getting close to them and stuff, it's going to make them want to get rid of you. They're not even going to want to listen to what you're going to say. And when you're trying to offer a service or convince somebody that you're a good fit for them, the last thing you want is for them to not be fucking listening to. This chocolate's fucking melted, man. So tip number 3 is use your language to encourage the customer to guide you. So what I mean by that is, if you're on a customer's property, don't just assume that they're happy for you to walk around the house or go in their back garden and things of that nature. If they're interested in a quote, use language such as, would you mind letting me round the back? How do I get round the back? Just anything to encourage them to show you around rather than for you to walk around by yourself, if that makes sense. It does take the pressure off if they're not standing there watching you. Nothing worse when a customer's standing there watching you, you know, and you're trying to work it out in your head and you're new, you know, it can be quite stressful, but you do get better at that. The most important thing is that the customer feels comfortable, and the way to achieve that is by letting them feel in control of the quotation and of the conversation for as much of the time as possible, and using your language to encourage them to do certain things rather than to tell them to do certain things. A little sidetracked by my day as usual. Didn't actually manage to finish the video while I was out, so I'm going to pick up where I left off. So 4th tip would be to increase perceived value. So not actual value, perceived value. So how the customer sees what they're getting, right? That's what perceived value means. So you want to increase your perceived value with the correct language. So by that I mean, let's say for example you're quoting a job and you've gone round, you spoke to the customer, you've gone on the back, checked if they've got a conservatory, blah 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 blah. You come back and you just say £15, right? The last thing they had in their head was that you're quoting for their windows. You come back and say £15. In their head then it's like, right, £15 for window cleaning, £0 for no window cleaning. But if you come back and you say, I'll do your windows, doors, frames and sills and patio doors if applicable, obviously don't say applicable, but if they've got patio doors, say patio doors, what I mean, for £15. How much better does that sound, and how much more does it sound like you're getting? So just a little simple tip there, and I got that off Darren at Green Pro Clean Limited. He's got a YouTube channel as well, so it's worth looking at his channel for things like that, because I've done sales for like 10 years and I heard them say that line in a video and straight away I was like, I'm going to use that, and it's worked a charm. So yeah, I would highly recommend just finding ways to increase how the customer perceives the value that you're offering them. And last but not least, be natural, don't overcomplicate everything. Basically what I said at the start of the video, be yourself, offer the services that you're offering, don't pitch them in any way. Offer the services, don't make it hard work, and enjoy that natural, organic, healthy interaction with the customer, because if there's any fakeness, it's not going to get you anywhere, you know. If you enjoy it and have a laugh and just try and relate to them in some way and just try and make them like you and try and like them as well, you're going to go a lot further with it, because ultimately if they like you, you've got a much higher chance of them selecting you over the next guy. People buy people, they don't buy products or services, they buy the people that are selling them. And not just that, you know, if a customer likes you and some guy comes down the road in a couple of months and knocks that door and offers them a better price, they're going to have some sort of loyalty to you, and they're going to be like, you know what, no, I like my window cleaner, I like him, I trust him on my property, I'd rather that than saving £2, you know. So that's everything, guys, but there's so many tips I could give you about just sales, canvassing, all that sort of stuff in general. So if you would like me to do a part 2, let me know. Just type in the comments box just underneath this video, and don't forget to like the video if you like the video, and subscribe. I'm back in action now, so hit the bell notification so you're notified each time I post. And other than that, for the time being, I suppose I'll catch you in the next one.